Welcome back to another episode of LORCANA Overcooked. What's up, guys?
What up?
Okay,
Uh,
so first things first, StreamYard just updated their backgrounds and they're really cute. Hold on. Wait.
oh no.
They're Thanksgiving themed.
Aw, we're friends. Friendsgiving.
Oh.
Oh my
Go.
That is so I'm sorry, I had to try it. What is this one?
Alright.
Oh no. Okay, we'll go with this one.
I like that one. It's
This
good.
one's cute.
It fits
Okay.
it.
Okay, so we have a couple of decks we're gonna go over. We had a couple submissions. I wanted to ask, did we talk about my my locations deck last time?
Yes.
We did. Okay, so
You
updated
updated.
locations deck. I was playing it yesterday, and I played I think like 6 or 7 matches with it, and I haven't touched it, haven't adjusted it or anything. That deck is kind of sick. Can't lie. I think I only lost 2 matches out of like 6 or 7, and I literally haven't tested it otherwise. I just kind of picked it up, so it's like a super like beginner friendly deck too, which is kind of nice. So yeah.
So you bring it in a Saturday, right?
Definitely playing it in the win it case Saturday.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll adjust it and then I'll play it. Cause like I honestly feel like it's like cause it's super fast and like you just like play. It's essentially just like playing regular purple steel, but instead like of dropping like super big bodies in the end, like or like later on, you just start dropping locations and then questing for 7 with John Silver. It's nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then he has like 7 resist, and it's like brazy, and the only thing that gets rid of him is the Hades.
And spooky sight.
We don't talk about that part.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, we don't talk about that part.
Card trash.
Only
My
bad
bad.
players play spooky sight. Started at Chris. No, I'm just kidding.
Shots fired.
He's in the chat.
That's wild.
That's wild. Just kidding. All right, so I think the first list we're gonna go over is Corey's because he has been bugging me.
It's so good.
To show this list. It's actually very, very good. I can't
Okay,
lie.
let me phrase this. It's good when you know how to play it, because I tried it and I'm buns with it.
It's good if you got a brain.
Yeah, if I seen Corey play this, and it's like the most amazing thing. It's so funny.
Yeah, so he took this to locals last night, and it's definitely it doesn't fare very well against purple steel.
Nothing fares well
Like
into purple
yeah,
steel.
that's true. Like regular amethyst steel, if it doesn't see like all the pieces like right away, like that's like super important. I think the like standouts in this deck for sure are the Might Solve a Mystery. So if you guys don't know what this card does, it's a song. It's a 4-cost inkable song that says, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 1 character card and up to 1 item card, and put them into your hand, and the rest go to the bottom of your deck. So essentially, you're scrying 4 and potentially taking 2, which is insane.
Yep.
And what you're going for here is like in the beginning of the game, realistically, you're pretty much trying to grab anything like that you need like top end wise. So like your Clarabelles, your Shere Khan maybe, Cindy, or if you don't have Cindy, maybe the Scar, which are all very good. And then the only target for the item is the Potion of Malice. And Potion of Malice is crazy. I did not read that card like fully until like the week after release, and then Corey was like talking about it, and I was like, wait, I saw this card, like somebody played me with this card on the Forbidden website, and I was like, this card is nuts.
It's so good.
Yeah, so it's a 3-cost uninkable item that says exert it, pay 1 lore, or pay 1 ink, and then you put a damage on a character. So
Put a damage. That's the best part. It's like MMS. You just Yep. And it gets through Hercules, the new one that says you can't take damage. You could just say, yeah, you can have that.
And the crazier thing is, if like you don't have Prince Philip, but you are able to play MMS and you have this out, and your opponent potentially is going to quest for game, you banish the item, and it gives every damaged character reckless.
Yep.
Nuts.
It's so good.
It's kind of good.
I like it.
Can't lie. It's pretty spicy. And then the Shere Khan Riot combo, like Corey's saying in the chat, you what is it? You quest with Shere Khan, gain the floor,
pop something that's damaged or damage something.
Character, and no, it's both.
No, but I'm saying if it doesn't have damage, so a lot of people didn't know this, and this is something that we recently found out.
I can't believe you guys didn't realize that. I read that.
Yeah.
I realized that as soon as I read
So the putting damage on and then banishing a damaged character and then putting the damage on are two separate effects.
Yeah,
so if there's no character, then you could still put the damage on something to prepare it for the next time, or in this case, get ready for Raya. So then Raya will come, untap, and then you do it again. Then you're just like, you could just banish that what I just did, bro.
Yeah. So just remember, guys, always read the cards because forbidden websites aren't always, correct.
No, that's exactly what happens.
But just FYI, when there's a period at the end of an effect, that means that is one effect, and then when it starts a new sentence, so it's the second one.
The reason why, and then if someone put in why they put then, because it says then, so that's what threw a lot of people off. It was like because it helps so you can't rearrange the order of doing things.
Yeah. So you have to banish, like if you're gonna do anything. It's just remember that it's just like let the storm rage on too. Like you're resolving as much of the character as possible. Or of the action or effect as possible. But it has to be done in a specific order. Like that's like I feel like pretty common across all card games.
So then between Bellwether and Malicious, Mean, and Scary, it seems like your opponent's characters are always pretty much going to be damaged. So Star is just going to draw you a bunch of cards and kind of be a good card advantage engine for you there.
I feel like it's such a feel bad too to have to waste a strength or a thunderbolt on a Bellwether, so you don't because Bellwether's effect is it has to be challenged.
Yeah.
So essentially Bellwether's a bait, right? You're baiting the kill.
I'm either getting 2 lore, and I'm doing that for a while, or you're hitting it with something. So
yeah. Yeah, this deck is definitely built to abuse MMS as much as possible. And then just to have the Webby, you have Webby, you have Sail, you have Tipo, you have Cindy. Okay, we are inking cards, baby. We are inking them. We are ramping to the ramp. I'm getting
Prince Philip out.
Yeah.
I feel like you're probably singing more with Webby in this deck than you're actually questing with her with
if you're questing with her, it's literally just to get lore, that's literally all it is. But yeah, the early singing is super good with her. To keep your opponents board pretty empty in the beginning.
Plus you have that warded character that later on, you have the 9, you have the MMS and fill up, and you're like, oh man, I can use my Webby, my Scar to sing it and then slam it down. So it's really good. I've seen him.
Ward is very good in this meta. So
shifting Webby, sing Mystery, find Potion, Scar, or shift Clara. Yeah, that's honestly so good, so broken. We like that.
Super good.
I said that too, Jenna. I was like, warded characters right now are busted.
Yeah.
I have convinced a couple of my friends to put Scuttle in their Sapphire Steel decks, because I'm I know everybody wants cards that are gonna have an effect on play, right? That's always the goal. But Kita having ward is so good. Scuttle having ward is so good because it just they can't target it with Go-Go. They can't target it with any kill spell.
Tinkerbell, Hades, Headless Horseman.
Yeah, it's honestly, I feel like it's so good. And Scuttle is a body too. Scuttle and Kita, for their play cost, they're both inkable and they're both bodies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like ward is definitely going to become a very important mechanic in this set for sure.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is Corey's spicy list. We like it. He wasn't very happy last night, but it's okay because I came in first at local, so one of us won. It was good.
Hey.
One of us has to win. It's not always both of us though. Okay, this is Alaric's list that he has been babying since what? The week before release, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think whose list did you go off of when you built it?
I went off I don't even know. I just went off a list, and then I just kept changing cards and asking for advice, and then
it's kind of like the Mo Shamblin list a little bit. It's like kind of like a variation on that slightly. So
I took out. I originally had Cusco in, but I took it out because every time I would play Cusco, it would be like they'd pick a Diablo, and I'm like, oh, I hate you. So I took it out, and then I put in Shere Khan, tried that out. It didn't work out. So I was having issues against aggro and stuff like that. So I texted Jenna, and she was like, I'm using Iago and what is it called?
Iago's crazy.
Iago and the Keela, the wolf, the two wolves. I use those two, and it's really good against like they slam down like something early, and I'm just like afraid. Iago sits there because 90% of the time they're just like, crap, Iago's gonna eat it.
I feel like also it's kind of like the same thing with like Bellwether. Like you don't want to have to use a kill spell to kill Iago. Like, but you have to, right? Mm-hmm. Like because that thing is swinging into anything that you have for the most part.
And then if you combine it with a 1-drop Webby, it's a 6. And so now your opponent feels really bad.
Yeah, it's taking out Hades.
Then I took advice from you when I was asking how do I beat Amethyst Steel? And that's the main thing right now is how do I beat Amethyst Steel? How do I beat Headless Horseman? Because we have a lot of victims of that right now. Mm-hmm. How do I beat these things? And I was going through my cards because my wife told me to clean up for Friendsgiving this weekend. And I found, I was like, man, Kronk's effect is bananas.
Busted. Bananas.
You're getting to 5 quick with this deck, especially with Webby. And by the time they get to 7, you're already at 5. Kronk's there, so it helps you against the bend. It helps you against the Headless Horseman. You're just trying to draw.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about the bend. I was just thinking about Headless Horseman.
Mowgli, the new Mowgli card. They can see my hand, but I ain't discarding.
Yeah, that's actually so good.
And then Ward, it's a 4/4. So the warded guys are just like, I have to swing into it. And then I was like, this is what might work. And then I added the Under the Seas, again, advice to help with the aggro matchup, to help with Amethyst Steel, and it goes from there. I've been trying this for a while now. And
how's this list been playing?
Very well. It can be Amethyst Steel. I have to sweat a little bit, but it can be Amethyst Steel, and that makes me very happy. Sapphire Steel, I just poop on it. I'm just like, that's cool. Here are all my characters. I'm going to bounce all your characters. And then blue green just doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, I find that like just I don't know, Webby into this meta is just bananas. Like any blue deck that you play against and you're playing Webby, it doesn't matter if it's Blurple, blue green, blue steel, whatever. The card is just cracked if you have like the shift line on turn 2. Yeah. Sometimes it's even good enough if you just play like the 4-drop on turn 4, like catches you up super fast. Like if you play that on turn 4, quest while you're behind on turn 5, ink for your turn, you're on 6, and then like the very next turn you can play like your Clarabelle without even shifting, or your whatever, you're on like seven ink the following turn on turn.
Cards in this set right now, like people like Webby and Ursula in this like deck save lives.
Oh,
because the Webby can just sit there and your opponent is just like annoyed by it. And then
as soon as you turn it sideways, I'm swinging everything I have into that thing.
And then the Ursula, people hate it because I'll look at, like, I was playing against someone and they were lining up to Under the Sea me because they weren't turning anything. And I was like, he has it in hand. Ursula ripped it and he was like, I quit. I'm like, yeah, I figured.
I'm not gonna lie, that's why I'm like glad the list that I'm playing only plays 4 songs. It only plays 4 non-character cards. So like it feels really good to be able to just like
but steel players always have it.
So I played like the actual like
you dog. I'm doing it.
Like the original Mo Shamblin 62 card list that he played in an event or whatever, and like just the end up getting top 4 at the House of Cards, won a case this past weekend.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But even like you were saying, like when you return Webby sideways, like so many people just have to throw like a couple characters into it or whatever. Sometimes your Ursula doesn't hit a song, but like with all these cards, like sometimes you don't even have to have Malicious, Mean, and Scary. Your opponent will just like challenge into your like little things, or you could throw Ursula into 5 or whatever the case may be, and like you just get to such high ink totals so fast with Webby that you can sometimes just like hard cast a Prince John on turn 6 or 7, or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, not even have to have the Malicious, Mean, and Scary combo.
Lexington is a godsend against Daisy, Webby, all these ops, bro.
Yeah, I like it. Wait, I'm gonna tell you right now. You swing it. I'm gonna take that 2 damage with Cheshire Cat. I'm gonna separate it, and I'm gonna be like one there. And we waiting.
That's why I have my own Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, I have it. I won't be sitting there. I'm like, oh, I got the wombo right now.
Yeah, even Cheshire Cat's like really good too, I think, like because it can like you can swing into a Webby, maybe you don't take it out, but then you can move the damage off of the Cheshire Cat onto something else. So I think Cheshire Cat's also like a super broken card in this set that like people just like I feel like people like it's kind of one of those cards where like I feel like everybody wants to play it, but it's like finding the room for it where it's like going to be super impactful. Where sometimes I feel like when I'm playing Amethyst Steel, I'm like, like if I don't play my Cobras or my Lexingtons, like I feel like the Cheshire Cat's just not as impactful. Right?
I usually hold him in my hand until a character has damage, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I slam him, turn 3 play. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't last.
I am not playing.
That's another good reason to play Aquila with him being a 2/5. He withstands. Like Lexington and things like that. So,
he does. And then
Mullington Web TV, Mulligan Web TV. Thank you for the raid of 49 people. Super appreciate that. I just noticed that our viewer count jumped up to like 45. I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. This is LORCANA Overcooked, where we take maybe not so meta decks and attempt to bring them into the meta field and see how they play out. So maybe you might find something you like here. But yeah, anyways, sorry. Had to shout that out really quick. That was kind of sick.
Awesome. We love that.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I have a question for the chat actually. Because when we saw Hades, when we saw Demona, when we saw Goliath, we were all like, oh my gosh, these cards are freaking broken. All right. How many people think that Demona specifically is overrated? I need to know answers from the chat, because like every time I ask people this question, like I feel like I get such different answers for it, because like I don't know, me and Alec kind of talked about this. I don't know how do you feel about Demona, Jenna?
I feel like she is a good card, possibly not a great card. I found that when I was playing with a similar list this past weekend and all that stuff, that sometimes like Demona and Clarabelle can be a little awkward in the same hand, especially if your opponents have a lot of cards. And this deck isn't like really looking to challenge into your opponent's stuff that often. Every now and then you have to like take care of a threat or something like that with something other than, your Mean and Scary combo, Philip combo. But she did come in handy like a few times over the weekend, just like when you are very low on cards, being able to ink a card and basically have like a dock. And with like Mother Knows Best and You're Welcome, like in this particular list, you kind of keep your opponent's hand pretty full, so they don't benefit from it. But I do think that she might have been a little overhyped at the beginning of the meta, and I think that she's like fallen a little bit in favorability. But I do think that there are certain decks that are still going to be like looking for this effect of like, when you get to turn 6 and you're kind of running out of cards, like being able to kind of refresh and push yourself towards the end game. So
yeah, like I feel the exact same way. Like 2 is more than enough for her.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I mainly use her if, again, like Jenna said, if I need cards in hand and I have a Mother Knows Best that I can make them go to 3, or if I'm in desperate need to tap their cards down.
Yeah, that's
I
the
will
main reason why I
swing
use
everything
her.
in there because of her to tap everything down to make sure that I can stay in the fight one more round, that I can draw what I need and go from there.
So like the beginning of like last minute, right, was very I'm not gonna turn my cards sideways. We're just gonna like it's gonna be a war of attrition, right? And I think Demona kind of like makes like everybody. It's kind of like that again a little bit, but I feel like people like realize like, oh, if I'm playing against an Amethyst deck, like I'm bound to see a Demona drop on 6. They're gonna turn my cards sideways regardless. I feel like in the Amethyst Steel matchups or any Steel matchup, like we're dumping cards, right? Like we're attempting to essentially get to the dock or get to the Goliath or whatever cards we have to like refill our hands. And like Demona just feels so bad. Like I do not want to give my opponent 3 cards. Like I like never want to give my opponent 3 cards.
Yeah, but
So it's
sometimes
like,
you have to, you know.
yeah,
Like
sometimes you definitely have to, but
like that's how I feel when I play You're Welcome. Like I know it's such a great card and it gets real quick off the board, but like if I have to use it on my opponent because I like to use it on myself, I'm afraid. I'm like, I got rid of this Hades or this Prince Philip. What 2 cards did they just draw?
Did they just draw another one?
Did they just draw that same card again?
Did they get the combo in their hand?
Did they just do the same thing again? Sick.
Yeah. I think it's very much dependent on kind of what deck you're playing in. I think that it's not, every deck isn't going to want it. Every Amethyst deck isn't going to want it in the same numbers, or like possibly isn't going to want it at all. But like I really like it in the green purple list just because there is so much like hand size like matters kind of stuff between the Clarabelles and all that stuff. You can really kind of set your opponent off the draw, and like if you don't, you can give them the 3 card. Like say you have a Clarabelle in play and they have no cards in hand, and you Demona and sing a Mother Knows Best or You're Welcome or something like that. Suddenly you're drawing more in addition, and
feels nice
that tempo. So I think in like the green purple in particular, I really like it just because there's so much that you can do like the same turn to like either ensure that they don't draw extra cards or that you kind of minimize that effect. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like like most Amethyst Steel decks specifically, oh my goodness, specifically are playing like, I think I've only ever seen them play, dude, I'm struggling tonight. I think most of them are playing like 2 at most. I haven't seen many decks play more than 2. I think whenever I was playing like my more mid-rangey version, I had 3 Goliath, 1 Demona. The version that I'm playing now is more like JDR's list, and it's 4 Hades, 1. So he put 2 Demonas in. I opted for 1 Demona and 1 spicy card. And like that, I feel like 1 Demona is like perfect. Like that sounds like weird, right? But like Hades is always like, I'm 90% of the time I feel like I'm drawing the 2 cards off.
I'm always drawing.
People do not want to get rid of their cards. Like
I play Hades knowing I'm drawing 2 cards.
Yeah.
And if you bottom deck it, I'm kind of sad.
Yeah. So like I just feel like it's just like so good in that aspect. But like I don't know. I definitely underrated Hades at the beginning of the set and overrated Demona, and now I'm kind of like I switched a little. I like Hades.
One more note on this before I guess we kind of move on to like the next topic or whatever. But with the Demona, I saw a list that played 4 Demonas. It was a red purple list that was also playing like Sisu's, like the 3-drop Sisu and stuff like that. So whenever you give your opponent's cards, it immediately increases the size of.
So it becomes a tank. I like that. That's good.
So, it's kind of a more aggressive list. Diablos and little Sisus, things like that.
I definitely feel like in lists like that, like Demona is like a super like great utility, right? Like you're increasing essentially the power of one of your cards, gaining cards in your hand, and like doing whatever. And I feel like in decks like that, like they're able to just kind of like zoom. I don't know. Ruby Ann trying to make a comeback.
Ruby Ann makes me mad. Every time I see it on LORCANA, I just get so mad. It kills me so hard.
I am one of these people. I said that Hades was buns, and I will die by that card now. I love Hades.
Yeah.
Hades is a good one.
Hades is so good.
I do really like Hades for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We're gonna. Oh. We're not doing that again.
Flashbacks.
We just saw a cute LORCANA Habibi. Hi Habibi, how are you? Nice to see you in the in the chat. What's wrong, Alaric? Which deck are we talking about today? Which deck are we talking about?
So I kind of want to go over the Perp Fossa list here, whatever, the amber purple, yeah.
Let's see what we got. Ooh, I love Rapunzel.
Okay, so
I love this card.
I've been recently seeing this list kind of pop up with this Pluto Huey combo with like bodyguards and stuff, like Raja, being able to play like Raja on turn 2 with the Pluto, things of that nature. And this list kind of is a Simba list, actually, but just kind of taking the namesake from the old school Mufasa list, kind of is a similar strategy of just putting in like mostly characters and just like a few non-character spells. But this is...
Look at that. We got the 4 Hades and the 2
Demona.
Oh, my.
Monstro and Simba? We like it.
Oh, it's so good.
So yeah, this kind of plays off of this, the 6-cost Scrooge McDuck being able to boost your Simba instantly the turn you play it. We're playing 8 character cost reduction spells, so we can hopefully get to the Simba a little sooner than turn 7.
Hopefully turn 5 like
we can back it up with bodyguards or pump out some spins or something like that to untap our ramp characters. Other than that, it's just a lot of like card draw. We have Ursula for like a nice
I'm about to steal this. Oh my gosh, I'm about
he
to
was
take
so
this.
hype on Amber Sapphire, and then Ashton decided to play the Cindy's, so he couldn't play it anymore because it couldn't make any other ramp card like really work in it.
This deck also plays just like a ton of like 2+ questers. Like I feel like over half of your characters are like basically close to half of your characters quest for like 2 or more.
I love this Vanessa. This Ursula.
It's so good.
I love this card so much.
Yeah.
I love the art on it too. It's just so pretty. Yeah. I really like that you have the elephant and then you also have Belle. So like if you have elephant out and it's like taking damage, then like you're just like you Simba it. Oh man. There's a lot of like.
We also have like the 3-cost Elsa from the new set that just kind of is like the new, if you're familiar with like the, I believe it was Maleficent from like set 1 or whatever, that drew your card for 3. So like you can go like Elsa into Madame Mim, like draw a card, bounce it back. You have like some ways to like generate card advantage, like Cheshire Cat, Elsa, Genie.
Yeah.
Is like card draw, and then bouncing them back with Madame Mim. You can get the boost cards from under Cheshire, or just reset your characters.
Gas.
Yeah, and then we can use Rapunzel like anytime we may have to like leave one of our ramp characters exerted or something like that for the turn. We don't have other protection for it. We can like support our ramp characters to give them basically like a damage shield, so that they really have to like invest multiple challenges into.
It's not just damage too, right? It's any damage.
It's any. So funnily enough, is this? Oh no, it's still dealt damage. Oh, I was gonna be like, is this a way to get around M&Ms? But it's not. But in sealed, Rapunzel is crazy.
Rapunzel makes me mad.
I built one of my sealed decks was like Rapunzel. I got Rapunzel in every single draft and sealed I got. It was actually insane. But I built one of my decks a fully support deck, and I was like challenging. I was like giving my character support, challenging, killing stuff, not taking any damage, and then just moving along. It was crazy. Like Rapunzel's effect is nuts.
It is.
Same with Cheshire Cat too. Like once, like if you like challenge and then you pop something up with Sven or something, like I don't know, like that's just crazy.
Is Rapunzel any time one of your characters is targeted for support? Not just her though, right?
No,
Right.
if she's targeted with support, then like she wouldn't take damage. But
No,
like
no,
if something is targeted with
but
support,
I'm saying,
anything,
like,
any other character with
so
support.
you, hypothetically speaking, if we got bored and we said Alice, the one that gave everything
no,
support,
because it doesn't target with support.
No, but I'm saying like when you quest all your characters and you go like, oh, this,
Oh,
this,
yeah,
and this,
yeah,
and this,
Yes.
and this,
Yes.
they would all
Yeah.
benefit from the Rapunzel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Overcracked next week. Say that for next week. Say that for next week,
it, guys. We figured it out. Then you play the Aurora, so everything has ward too. We're overcooking. This is what we're about, guys.
I'm a bus.
You're about to see this. You're about to see this next week, bro. I'm about to get on.
I actually really love this deck so much because, like, imagine I'm popping a Monstro off of a Simba.
$71. I'm about to buy 4.
That's actually kind of cheap. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This
and then we
one's
just
only
have like the four
657.
lost pages at the bottom to kind of
Yeah,
so,
recovered page.
I love that
recovered
card.
pages,
It searches and pay 1 to boost.
Yeah, so that way we can, get extra Simba triggers for cheap, and lets us search for our, key pieces or whatever piece we might need on curve or whatever we're missing, kind of. So yeah, plenty of card draw and card advantage in this deck. I think there's like probably 20 plus cards that can draw you cards. So hopefully, kind of filter through.
I love this card.
It's so good. I think that card's really good.
How many uninkables? 12. Okay.
12?
I was 12? Oh, but they're all like your low cost characters, right?
Yeah, it's like it's Genie and then the 2.
Oh my gosh! You know what you should play? You should play 8-drop Elsa.
8-drop Elsa? Yeah, we could maybe squeeze that in there somewhere. So
especially because
Elsa, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have game on board, and you go Simba, flip Elsa. I'm packing up my things.
I like it. I'm
gonna tap all that down. Yeah,
I am stealing I'm gonna play this tonight on the Forbidden website. I'm playing it tonight on the Forbidden website.
Oh, you're gonna have
to. I'll let you know how. I'll let everybody know how it goes. Be prepared on the Ohana Twitter.
Let this be good. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm buying 4 enchanteds.
I love this Huey so much. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that Raja got a non-vanish card. And it's still like cracked stats. We love to see that.
Yeah, it's very good too. So
yeah.
I also if we weren't playing so much of like the purple package, I would like to see if maybe we can squeeze could maybe squeeze like Mickey Mouse or like Circle of Life combo or whatever.
The big one.
The 4-drop New Lord or whatever. The 4-drop Amber Lord.
Yeah.
That one is really good too because you just have 2 or more.
But in this list, I was more so going just for like kind of like straight, Mufasa, not really Circle of Life shenanigans. But I could see it potentially working in a version of this too because you are playing a lot of like. Big toughness creatures with an Amber. So
yeah, you flip a Monstro over on someone, they're
you Monstro for free. Like played your whole hand out, Monstroed for free. Still have cards in your hand, and you're just wiping the board.
Well, it comes in exerted. So hear me out.
Oh
You recovered page. You have all this ink still. You recovered page. Boom, Monstro. Play Sven. Stand up. Kill the whole board.
No, it can't challenge with Sven.
Or just discard your whole hand to it, basically.
Oh yeah, you could just discard.
And then play your Demona.
I was gonna say it comes in exerted, but its effect is still valid.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Its effect is still valid. That's
because with Sven's meant to be able to sing multiple cards in one turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sven's it's not a Ruby card, bro. It's an Amber card. Calm down. All right, let's see what else we got that Jenna cooked up because I see a lot of decks with her name on it.
I had some from last week when we didn't end up.
Zoo. 43 minutes ago it said Zoo.
All right, so we can either go over. Zoo is basically another Mufasa list or whatever.
We like that here, but we're here with it though.
All right, we can go over Zoo.
Okay, this is sick because it's got Webby. Okay, you're literally Alaric is living a dream right now with these 2 decks. Okay, because he's obsessed with Simba.
It's such a good. I loved Mufasa, and it was such a good card. And then they didn't reprint it because they're monsters, and so now they gave me Simba, and it's beautiful, and the enchanted's beautiful, and I want to do it, and I want to play it so bad, and like it's good, you know.
Yeah. So this one, kind of similar. I think with this one we actually went more with the Circle of Life. This was one that I did work Circle of Life into. It's kind of more of a list.
And Eminem.
Yeah, and Malicious Me and Scary for the Prince Philip combo. Still rocking a few recovered pages. But one thing that I really like about this version of the list is the Scrooge shift line with like Scrooge Shush Agent and the Scrooge the 6-drop. Being able to fill your graveyard with a draw and discard effect from Shush Agent and Bobby lets you put big characters into your discard early.
Circle of Life.
Yeah, so you can Circle of Life, and with the 2 shift lines of Webby and Scrooge McDuck, you can usually do it fairly early.
I love this.
And we're also playing what's her name? Quackfaster. Emily Quackfaster.
Yeah, free boost, right? When you play this character.
Yeah, so between Emily Quackfaster and Recovered Pages, we got the Little John combo where you can gain a ton of lore in a turn with the 6-cost Little John.
That's so rude too.
Wait, isn't there an emerald item that also like lets you
blessed bagpipes. Yeah. And the only reason I went with this over bagpipes is because we're not really playing like a ton of boost characters. We just have like a couple like really important ones that we kind of want to find between Simba and Little John.
Okay. That makes sense.
Sorry, that like we more so just like want to like find the characters, not too worried about gaining like the lore because we're really only playing one boost character or 2 boost characters, and there are a couple shift lines, so I could see an argument for bagpipes over it. But we are a little low on like card draw and card advantage in this deck, with it just being like the Clarabelles and Stitches. So I opted to go for the Recovered Pages so that you can have a little extra like dig through your deck with that. So
you know whose deck I wish we actually had now that we're talking about whispers and boosting? I wish we had Braden's list.
That was
so our friend Braden also played a green purple or emerald amethyst list, and he literally was just boosting Mother's Knows Besting his own cards, like questing Mother's Knows Besting his own cards back to hand to refill his hand. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, he was my only loss on the day. Actually, at the House of Cards win a case tournament, I lost to Braden in round 1. We were both on green purple, and his list was more on like the boost and had some lowering characters like Merfolks and things of that nature.
Yeah, Merfolk, Flynn, Ursula, like a lot of like 2 to 3 questing characters.
Megara, Cheshire Cat, things like that. And then he was on the bagpipes, and
he was on Vanessa or Ursula, right?
Those bagpipes,
Ursula.
Yeah, those bagpipes really caused a lot of trouble for me because like I just couldn't clear his characters off the board without giving him, 2 lore for a challenge.
All right. So the bagpipe second effect says whenever one of your characters or locations with a card under them is challenged, gain a lore.
Yeah.
So it's just a free lore essentially.
Yeah, anytime someone challenges you. So yeah, I do think that card is actually kind of cracked, like in the right.
Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. It's not banished. It's just when they're challenged.
Yes, yeah. So it's like if you have to challenge it with 2 characters, that's like 2 lore for.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine if you put Rapunzel in it and then you just gave all your characters that ability?
They're having to swing in 2 to 3 times just to banish anything.
And they're sitting here like, sick. You just gained 3 lore because I challenged. Be like, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and we're also just playing a few Ursula Vanessas here just to kind of help us sing our, help us sing our Mother Knows Best earlier, or not Mother Knows Best, our Circle of Life a little bit earlier if we find it. So yeah, just,
I like it.
Yeah, a little.
The Emerald Champion is so good, by the way.
Everything gets ward.
Read the second effect on him.
They challenge and you gain lore and they banish the card. Oh my gosh. I didn't think about that.
Bro, I tried in my list that we looked at, I tried the Emerald champion, Goofy. And at one point I had 2 of them out and it was hilarious. And I quested. And the guy was like, easy, man. Slaps Monstro down, runs into one of my things, and it gets banished. And he was like, oh, man, I didn't read that. I was like, sick.
I'm not going to lie to you. If I see more people playing these items, you best believe I'm going to be on the Steel champion.
Yeah. And you have to.
When I was playing against when I was playing the locations deck, I won against dogs, the Chroma dogs, because of the Steel champion. Because I played it, and then I played a 1-drop Steel character, got rid of a Chromacon. And then he bounced it back, like I challenged something, he bounced it back to hand. I drew another 1-drop Captain Hook, played the next turn I played it, he had played another one. Another Chromacon, I was like Pluto, Captain Hook, banish your Chromacon.
Yeah.
And then you're actually gaining lore. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, early on in this set, I actually cooked up, maybe it'll be something I have to revisit at some point on another episode of Recooked or whatever, or Overcooked. I actually brewed up a list that was like, had like basically 8 Amethyst characters and a purple Steel list. And aside from that, like every character was a Steel character. And you just play like the Steel bodyguard character, or this, the new Pluto. You play Calhoun, the sword or whatever that lets you banish a deity character and gain additional lore. And I even had like a 1 of restoring the crown, so you can have some turns where you're just like, all right, I'm gonna challenge this character and gain 5 lore.
You have all those items and you restore the crown, and then you slap me 1 time and you gain 7 lore.
If Nate is in this chat, he's the op, because I lost at House of Cards one time against him because he restoring the crown me, and I had like 6 characters on the board, and he plays an Elsa, and he had like 5. Dude, it was so bad because restoring the crown, you gain 2 lore. Pluto, you gain 2 lore. The item, you gain 1 lore, and if you swing with a Calhoun, bro, you've literally just gained like 10 lore off of 1 card.
Yeah. Pretty absurd.
It's nuts. Like, you're literally winning in a turn. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Restoring the Crown is also a dual ink card. It's Amethyst Steel, but it costs 7 and it is uninkable, or 6 and it's uninkable.
It's not a song, is it? It's an action, right?
It's an action.
No, it's an action.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
So that's why it was only like a 1 of in the list. It's kind of just like the win more card, but yeah, it's
the moment someone gets it off, though, it's hilarious. So we'll never forget about it.
So. If you guys ever also chat, if you want to see some of these deck lists that were posted that we're like kind of just scrolling through and talking about, Overcooked, we have a LORCANA Overcooked Dreamborn, and all of our decks are public. So you guys can always look and see what you like, what you don't like.
All of my decks are public. Y'all hid your decks, so
yeah, some of them were really bad, and I did not show them.
Sometimes it's the sauce, and I gotta wait to test it before I release the sauce.
Kind of want to touch on one more list, unless we have any other submissions. The Steel Storm list looks really fun to me. So
let me see
I remember when this card Radigan first came out. You, Tanya, you were very into.
I love this card.
So I wanted to bring it back for this list.
It's a poor man shark, right?
Yeah,
it is a poor man shark.
It is a poor man. Okay.
This list is all about shifting the big Shere Khan and just singing a million songs with it that can trip over and over again while you gain lore with Radigan and Maui Shark.
What does this card do?
You deal 1 damage to him, you can stand him back up.
Yeah, basically you ready him and he can't quest for the rest of the turn by paying 1 and dealing damage. So
you're just singing.
Yeah, like the objective here is to kind of like get a Radigan. 63 cards.
Someone won with 64.
But only 8 uninkables, okay?
Only 8 uninkables.
We're doing good.
Yeah.
We're in there.
So yeah, like the objective of this game is to get like a Radigan or something like that on turn 4, like shift your Shere Khan on like turn 5, and potentially like storm off or whatever on turn 6, like with like being able to like untap him and sing up to like 6 songs and gain a bunch of lore. Playing Thievery to gain lore. Yeah, we're drawing with I'm Still Here. When Will My Life Begin? Beyond the Horizon. All these are songs
can sing everything.
Yeah, Shere Khan can sing everything in the deck. We got Pirate's Life, Thievery to gain a ton of lore whenever we play an actions off of Radigan and Shark. So this kind of becomes like a weird burn deck where you are trying to just like play a ton of actions like with Shere Khan in a turn while like gaining as much lore as you can off of like Radigan, Maui Shark, and the process. This is possibly one of the most overcooked lists that I've put out here.
List,
like this kind of requires you to not have any opponents for this list to work. But
Jenna's lists are cooked, and me and Alex's lists are overcooked.
This list, though.
But
have you tested this?
Very fun. I have not tested this list. I said, I feel like if
I know who I'm sending.
If you have an opponent and they remove one of your cards, then this list is very hard to win with. But at least we do have some redundancy with Maui Shark's Lady Tremaines. We got the ability to like sing some pretty powerful songs with like Power Line Shift and being able to like refill your hand with Beyond Horizon, things of that nature. So doesn't automatically die to like straight up removal, but this is very much just like a straight up singers list. You know, we can shift this 1-drop Tinkerbell into the 5-drop Tinkerbell to sing songs on turn 3. We got a power line on 2 to sing songs with a shift. So this is very much just like a Ruby Seal singers list. Also, the 3-drop Shere Khan. At first, I was not sold on it when I looked at another list with this card included. But if the songs route doesn't work out and you like shift it on top of a 2-drop Shere Khan, then suddenly this Shere Khan can gain you 2 or 3 lore from challenging characters with your big Shere Khan. So
I like that.
So yeah, it just provides a little utility as well as an additional shift target for your big Shere.
Where is Davis at? Is Davis in the chat?
For real,
Davis,
he's on the power line.
He's not missing a card this week. It's got all the cards. So
he's not even in here to appreciate. Here he is,
Davis. I will send you this list. It's got power line. I better see you playing it on the Forbidden website.
So this list just looks very fun.
His list is gonna have 64 because he's gonna add a 4th power line.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
He can't put down the horseman.
This list just looks very fun with like kind of like the burn lines with Thievery and Pirate's Life, Radigan, Maui Shark, all that stuff, and just being able to kind of get some of it back with Tremaines and Sharks anyways is usually fairly good utilities. So
I like it. I like it spicy. I like the Shere Khan. I'm not gonna lie to you. We pulled this card, and I was like, what is this card? And I like read it, and then I was like, yeah, no, I don't care about it. I actually didn't really pay any attention to it. It was pretty bad.
It's kind of like the red Monstro in a way, you know. You do have to have ink. It doesn't just come at the cost of discarding a card. So unfortunately, you do have to have ink for every time.
With the I'm Still Here, if you don't actually deal the damage, can you still ready him?
Joey, go up. What does it say though? It says deal.
It says pay 1 lore.
Deal 1 damage. Yeah, you're dealing the damage, but it's just it has resist, so it's fine.
Oh, that's kind of spicy. So you can.
So if you hit this first, you can stand them up all you want as long as you have ink to pay.
Well, as much
as long
ink
as you have ink to pay. Yeah. So
that's kind of gas. I can't lie.
So yeah,
that's a board wipe.
That's crazy.
That's kind of good. I like that. We'll see. I'll send this list to Davis, and he can test it.
Sounds good.
Take all the notes.
take notes, Davis. Take notes when you test. All right, those are the lists that we have for you guys this week. Yeah, I have been cooking up a blurple list that is very different from the typical blurple list that we've been seeing from previous sets. So hopefully I'll have that one ready for next week when we do Overcooked. We do have a tournament on Saturday, so we'll have the Ohana Boys podcast on Tuesday with Alaric, Fluffco, and Maui Matt and Corey Smash. So
are we going to be streaming the tournament on Saturday?
We will be streaming the tournament on Saturday. It will be at Dragon's Horde, one of our sponsored stores. It'll start at 12:30, I think, is the start time for that one. So you guys can also check that out. We'll be there. If you haven't seen, we have new emotes. You do have to sub to use the emotes, but we do have emotes. They're super cute. It's of the Ohana Boys. So, yeah. If you guys also have spicy decks that you want us to talk about on our stream, then join the Ohana chat and post them because we'll talk about them because we love overcooked decks.
Next week, y'all gonna see some Sugar Rush Speedway.
Oh yeah, Corey played against us.
Oh, I know.
This set is so much fun.
It's so good though.
It has so many cards and ways that you can brew like interesting deck lists and all that stuff. Like, so many new possibilities with Wizard in the Well. Like
they did such a great job.
Yeah, they smashed this set. The set, no notes, 10 out of 10. So
10 out of 10 for sure. Alrighty, guys. Well, we are going to head out and thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week for another episode of LORCANA Overcooked. Bye-bye.
Bye.